The Ink and Paint Club podcast is intended for mature audiences. I know we're usually talking about kids' cartoons and stuff, but there's going to be naughty language. Anyway, listener discretion is advised.
GD's imaginary. He doesn't have to know.
I'm not real.
Yeah, GD's just an NPC.
I would be an NPC in my own life.
Oof. Oof, ouch, yikes.
There it is, Kyle's patented catchphrase.
The crowd goes wild.
You're listening to the Ink and Paint Club podcast, a proud member of the Geekly Grind Podcast Network.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ink and Paint Club podcast. My name is JD. How's it going, everybody? Kyle's here.
I'm here.
He's eating a plate of shrimp.
Yeah, pretty much.
And this week, I know we're still playing catch up from last year, but this week we're going to be talking about the latest season of Aggretsuko. I think it's pretty safe to say both Kyle and I think maybe we're feeling like maybe Aggretsuko is starting to run its course, but I guess we'll get more into that. So Kyle, I guess just to kind of get this ball rolling, where do we stand on Aggretsuko right now? Like, how are we feeling about it?
I think the first season was great. Second season was pretty great. Third season, I don't even fucking remember. I gotta look it up.
That's the one where she becomes like an idol or something.
Is it? I thought we were on season 5 right now.
We're on season 4.
Okay, so first and second season, great, because it was Mr. Tone was like the main bad guy in the first season. And then the second one, it was the new guy, fucking weirdo. Third season was the idol shit, and then fourth season was this one. Yeah, I think 2 out of 4. It's not looking too well right now.
Yeah. I think even when we were watching this, Mel and I were just like kind of forcing ourselves to watch it out of habit.
I think that's the problem too with the serialized shit, where you have a big story. It's like all the episodes run together and it doesn't like stick out from each other. And then most of the time too, it doesn't really add much to the ongoing plot. So it's kind of just weird.
Yeah, and I especially kind of felt it this season where they're really just kind of treading water for a few episodes here and there, where it's just like not a lot was moving forward. I mean, a lot of it was just like Feneko trying to get Haida to like get off his ass and like actually go out with Rezko, which they kind of do in the like second half of the season. But like, I feel like there's so much time spent in the first half of them like trying to get Haida to like man up and stuff. But like, I feel like we spent 3 seasons trying to do that, and it's like, have we not moved past this?
3 seasons and a fucking special,
right?
And even in the special, that I think it was right after season 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was the in between 1 and 2.
It was the Christmas one. It was like a lot of progress was made. All right, cool. And then it just like reset back to 0, and then 0 went to negative.
Yeah.
It's just I hate the whole will they won't they thing, and we're 4 seasons in. Like, would it change anything if they actually got together?
Well, it's weird because we kind of actually see it, because like the whole like thing for this season was like Haida's lack of confidence is like what's been keeping him back, and he finally like gets noticed by the higher ups in the company so much that he like gets placed in charge of their department. But like he gets with Rezko and he's kind of a dick for most of it because he's like so stressed out from work.
Yeah.
So it's like you finally get to see them together, and it's like it's not working anyway. I mean, you kind of see a little bit of hope by the end of it, but
well, I mean, even the whole fucking Marvel after credits bullshit. At the end of the season, it leaves it open ended again, where it's just like, man, fuck this.
Yeah, I could totally see them like next, because I think they pretty much assumed that they're gonna do a season 5, because I'm sure the show cost zero to make, but I could totally see
the kitty money, man.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I could totally see them starting another season where they break up, but Haida spends the entire season trying to get her back, only to just like I don't know. It's just I need something new to happen. Like even though like there is new stuff happening, I don't feel it's like new enough. If that makes sense.
No, it does. Because it just feels like telling the same story over and over and over and over and over again. The cool thing about this though that I'll say is they actually have the water buffalo boss because he was in the original shorts or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I even seen merch of him, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? Because I never watched the shorts. I never watched the shorts, but they have like figures of the guy. They have like merch of him, and it's so weird. But they actually brought him in on this season.
Yeah, because we kind of finally get to see like the actual like people in charge of this company rather than just seeing like the department that everybody works in.
Tom Nook is in it.
Yeah, he sure is.
Mr. Tanuki.
Yeah. But yeah, and then like the think the guy you're talking about, like he just has like a health problem that basically causes him to resign. So we get like this new
Well,
CEO.
no.
What?
It's the CEO is the elephant guy.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. It's been about a month and a half since I watched this.
Because I think Mr. Tone is like the main guy, and then I think the supervisor, because he would be the manager, and I guess the supervisor is a water buffalo.
Hmm.
And he was in the original shorts as Mr. Tone, but he was just a water buffalo. I don't know. I don't think Mr. Tone was in the original shorts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never watched the original shorts.
I don't think they've been translated. I think
Yeah.
they're straight Japanese, but I think some of them were for like TBS or something. It's weird.
I don't know. But yeah, so it's like we get to see more of the higher ups, and you know we get the new replacement CEO who becomes like the new antagonist, who basically for some reason like decides he's gonna start like embezzling or something. That's some funky bad financial stuff that like could basically get the company in a lot of trouble.
I think it was all his stupid decisions were like really costing the company,
Yeah.
and he was just trying to save face in a sense.
Right.
I don't
But
think
he's
it
like,
was. What's up?
well, I was gonna say, but he's like dragging Haida in, because they're like they become friends because they're like gym buddies or whatever, and it's just it's weird seeing Haida getting kind of dragged in kind of upper management kind of stuff when he's been so like apathetic to his job this entire time.
Yeah. And then Mr. Tone gets fucking sent, and that's a real thing that they do, and it's kind of fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
they don't want to fire you, but they put you in a position where you're like so bored out of your mind that you just end up quitting because that's the best option.
Yeah, and they do that for a couple characters in this where it's like they like I can never remember the hippo's name, but she's like a mom and she has like leave work constantly because she needs to take care of her kid, or she's like kind of like the office gossip, and so like the higher ups are like okay, well we need to cut some people to save money. Who are we going to cut? And they kind of decide on her, and they're like saying like we're not going to fire you, but like wouldn't it be good if you're like went home and spent more time with your kids? So, like not forcing her out, but trying to like make it her decision to leave.
Yeah.
And it's really scummy.
But see, that's the thing too, is that this is like, I would say it's Japan's culture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we really adopted that kind of stuff, but I know the tone thing where they just send them off to do something. I know that that's something that we do too. But yeah, they just force you out to make it sound like it's your decision, and it's
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of times it's I mean, at least over here in America, I think it's a lot of like if you leave, we don't have to pay you a severance, but if we fire you, then we do. And it's like whatever the company could do to not have to spend extra money.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the places I've worked at, they'll just find a stupid fucking reason to fire you. And a lot of the times it's just unheard of, unsound shit. And It's sad, but that's how working goes.
Yeah, a lot of jobs in America are at will, which means they can fire you for any reason or no reason. It's just like they feel like it.
Jeremy Snow here, owner and editor-in-chief of The Geekly Grind. I'm interrupting your awesome, regularly scheduled programming to ensure that you know about our Geekly Grind podcast network, of which this show is a treasured member of. If you haven't had a chance to check out our site, you can do so at www.thegeeklygrind.com, and while you're there, check out the other members of our steadily growing podcast family, including the anime-centric Blake and Spencer Get Jumped, discovering new heroes and comic book keepers with Chris and Lance, exploring the vast universe of geekdom with Geeksploration, or of course appreciating animation's finer details with the Ink and Paint Club. Escape your weekly grind at the Geekly Grind.
Yeah, so I mean, I thought it was interesting giving Haida like some actual motivation, like seeing him try to be better himself, work his way up, because he's been such a like an apathetic like slacker for the last 3 seasons. But it's just I didn't like seeing him turn into like a complete dick, especially to like the girl he's been trying to get with this entire time.
They pretty much just made him the villain of the fucking season.
More or less.
He was pretty much the henchman of the villain.
Mm-hmm.
And that I didn't like either, because you got pretty much a whole team working against him and all this kind of shit. And then big reveal is, oh, he was doing this so everybody could keep their jobs. And it's just, that was the thing I told you, where it's just, even though it's against the whole fucking storytelling process, it's just, it would have been so easy to solve everything. You just would have explained it.
Just so many plot contrivances could be solved with a 2-minute conversation.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not like they had a fucking wire on him where he couldn't discuss that kind of shit at home, and he couldn't just like own up to it when he invited it over to her house. Or maybe they were trying to record him. I don't remember. It's been a
Well, I think they like apparently he had a USB drive, because apparently he was like fluffing up their financial numbers to make them look better to like auditors and stuff. But apparently he had a USB drive that he like was real like secretive about, that like has all the like actual stuff on it. So they were like trying to get that away from him so they could copy it off and expose everything.
Yeah, but when she was over at his house having like tea or dinner or whatever, I don't remember if she was like recording him or something, or they were maybe they had a camera on her or something. It was something weird like that.
Yeah.
But it's just I didn't like this season, because it felt like they undid a lot of shit, and then it ended with another will they won't they kind of thing.
Well, it ends with them having a fight so hard that they both shoot a laser and blast the CEO out a window.
She fuss Roda.
They send Haida and the CEO out a window onto a scaffolding. You'd think they were gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah. I don't know. It's just, I feel like this is probably gonna be a shorter episode, because it's just like we're both kind of in agreement. This is probably the lowest season so far.
Yeah. But it's like there's not much to talk about. You're just like, here it is, and then it's just like, well, wasn't that great?
Yeah. So it makes me sad, because like I really enjoyed like you the first 2 seasons of this, and to see it just become so monotonous for the last 2 seasons, and like it makes me like wonder, is like, do I really need to watch the next season when it comes out, or am I just gonna watch it out of habit?
Yeah. Well, it's just like I don't think the 3rd season was all that bad, but it was just not my thing, because the 3rd season, yeah, they tried to do something else. They did some fucking Hannah Montana shit, and that was fresh. They did something different, but it was also kind of dumb. Like I didn't care for it. But then again, that could also be a cultural thing, where it's just like we're not really into the whole idol scene, so it's just like we don't we get nothing from it. That makes any sense.
I mean, I understood it because I've watched fucking enough anime to understand like the whole idol thing, and like how like like big that is over there. But like you, like I don't really relate to it.
Yeah.
So them spending a whole season on that is just like, okay, that's all right. It's different, I guess. It's just not different. Like I said, it's not different enough.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, I guess just if you are still on the fence about Aggretsuko, like if you haven't watched this new season yet, unless you're a really diehard fan about this and you just need to see what more of these characters are doing, by all means go watch it. But like, yeah, I think we're kind of like almost. I'm kind of ready for it to be done. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's kind of weird because, man, I don't know at this point, 'cause the relationship is the whole fucking point almost with this show. It's a huge plot point, but I feel like at the end, they're either going to get together or he's going to be with Fenico because they have a fucking, they have chemistry too. And I just think it's going to end up that way where, the person was in front of you the whole time. Something dumb like that. I don't fucking know. I could see that happen.
I totally could. Like half the time, like there were a few instances in this where like I feel like Fenico could have just come out and said like, "Hideout, I like you too. We should be together." And I'm like, yeah, that I could see that
because she helps him out a lot, and that means that she really cares about him a lot. So I could see something like that happen.
Yeah, and it's like more than a normal person should be helping someone with a relationship. She like takes a very vested interest in it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So man, I don't know. I like the show a lot. I like the characters. I like the voices and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, it kind of sucks to feel that way.
Yeah, definitely. And who knows? Maybe the 5th season could come back, and maybe it turns around and it becomes interesting again. Who knows? But as it sits right now, I'm just like, I just don't know if I'm feeling this show anymore.
Yeah.
Well, but Kyle, is there anything you want to? Any closing, parting wisdom you want to say?
I guess furries ruin.
They gave
furries
it an
and shippers.
Yeah, the furries gave it an award.
Did they? Did they have awards?
Something called an Ursa Major Award.
Just a Ursa Major dildo on a fucking plaque.
Ursa Major Awards are given in the field of furry fandom. Thanks, Wikipedia. That's space in my brain. I didn't need to take up with that, but okay.
Why is it a bear? Why'd they name it after a bear? That's not even like the
I don't know.
Prominent furry. Aren't prominent furries like wolves and shit?
I don't want to think too hard about it. And before I think too hard about it, I think we'll just go ahead and wrap up. So, I guess in the comments or whatever this week, if you did actually watch this, tell me and Kyle if we're wrong. If maybe there's something about this season we're just missing. But yeah, we'll be back again next week for something else. But until then, stay safe out there. We'll catch you later.
Thanks for listening. You can find all the links to our social media pages in the episode description. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter and join our Discord. You can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. The Ink and Paint Club is happy to be part of the Geekly Grind Podcast Network. We'll see you next time.